Hold start. Oh yeah. This is good. I'm Blake Godby. This is my channel, Vintage Blake. We have our dealership, Vintage Motors, here. We're going to do something a little different. Unlike most of the videos where I show you this, I'm going to show you us buying cars at auction online. Actually, one of the cars that we had in the runnings, we actually sold, which is a great thing. It's a car dealer. What's happening this week is Monterey Car Week, biggest week of the year for classic cars. Unfortunately, we were not there this year. Just didn't make sense for us, but fortunately, in the modern day, you can bid online and get phone calls. So we're currently waiting for a phone call. We have one lot away. We have a 61 Maserati 3500 GT, but we are going to be bidding on a 1957 Fiat Abarth 750 Coupe bodied by Zagato. It is a red car, has this sort of livery with a beautiful peanut butter or dark brown camelish interior. You tell me what it is in the comments below. Really cool car. The car sold in 2015, I believe for about $82,000 in Paris at an RM auction. We are purchasing this car for a client. Hopefully we get it, fingers crossed here. I did my due diligence over the last few days. Called Bonhams, called a very good friend, Devin Crail. If you need anything at Bonhams, go to Devin Crail. Really good guy, known him pretty much my entire life here. Devin is an honest man. And Devin told me that this car has milkshake. That means coolant in the oil. So we got a blown head gasket or something. So it's always good when you're buying a car online to make sure make sure it's what you want, make sure it actually doesn't have a milkshake in there, because that would have been bad if I paid 100 grand. Currently, the estimate on this Fiat is $100,000 to $150,000. It is no reserve. That means it's selling to the highest bidder. So hopefully I get a phone call here shortly, but we have a very long way because Bonhams takes forever to sell cars. We have the car auctioning on the right here, and we have the car right here, the description. I'm waiting for my phone call, which should happen hopefully very shortly here, like now.
And sorting, small but mighty and ready to bring joy to any collection. There is a sale notice. The title is in transit, and there is
Hello, are we ready?
an issue with the head gasket, but the seller will be contributing towards the repair of this post-sale to get it all sorted out for the new owner.
We're going to start here, I think. Well, we got bids. Bids coming in 55,000 on bids here. 55,000 already. 55,000. 55
What?
is in now. 55 straight in.
Go to 60. $70. So we're currently the high bidder at 70, okay?
What about from the floor, Barry? Looking down here. I don't want to forget anyone down here. It's 70. 70 waving. You're not bidding. You're waving to a friend. That's fine, sir. 70,000. Well, Devin, holding with you.
Just tell this guy to hammer it. We got tea to have.
Below estimate, but it'll go, isn't it? 70,000. Hammers up, ladies and gentlemen. Barry, you happy down here? He is. Barry says it's okay. It's okay by me too. It's 70,000. 70 I'll sell. Final time. Final warning.
Oh, we're gonna win this thing.
All right.
Yeah, that's a win.
615. I got that. Thank you.
Thanks, Devin. Good luck, man.
142.
It's fine. We're good. We're good. Good luck. That's what we call a win. 85. We won.
So what did we pay?
70 grand at the hammer.
Oh,
It's nice to get a win once in a while. Congratulations.
so now all we gotta do.
Is fix a broken head gasket.
Yeah, hang on. I just talked to Minoff. He goes, yes, but the seller is going to send it to LA to repair it. Now,
Really?
that's what he said. Maybe the seller have second or third thoughts, but this is the representative, their long-term representative.
They did announce that on the block, by the way.
So there you go.
They did or didn't?
They did. They announced that on the block.
So let's let them send it down there and let's let them pay for it, and we'll pick it up in LA and bring it here. You're getting away about 15 grand light.
Oh, well, hopefully more than that.
Hopefully more.
One in Europe, how much did they want for that, like 120?
No, 115.
50?
Euros or bucks?
115 US.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a good price. If it's a good car, who the hell knows?
Well, so far we bought the cheapest one that I could find anywhere around the world, and that was all on the European sites and American sites.
And it happens to be here. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Take it the Amelia?
Yeah, for sure.
Why don't you buy something bigger?
Until we drive it, we'll never know, you know?
They're calling it a Mighty Mouse.
Well, first of all, it's eligible. Second of all, it's a real race car. And third of all, it's cute as hell.
It lived most of its life in Europe, so.
Zagato.
Good
Well,
job, you guys. Thanks.
you
Yep.
bet.
See you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
It's not every day you buy a car online.
No, as a matter of fact, I've unsuccessfully tried several times.
Well, we were successful today buying a little tiny Fiat. So hopefully when we do see the car, supposedly the story is that the car is going to be shipped down to Los Angeles, because it's currently in Monterey, to have the milkshake or head gasket repaired by the owner. We're going to carry on to see if that actually plays out as nicely as that sounds. It never works out that well, the classic car business. We're going to remain optimistic. The buyer, we're really happy about it. A good friend of ours for a very long time. He's excited to get this car. It is his favorite color. So hopefully when we see it, it'll be just as advertised.
4 to 6 weeks later.
So here is the lovely Fiat 750 GT Zagato. You can see the wonderful bubbles right here. And then yes, it showed up extremely dusty, but that's okay. I can barely fit in this car, but it looks really cool. And look at these door handles. See that? That's cool. That's cool. This is more of like a Dana-sized vehicle. Let it take the camera and we'll put her in there. If she struggles, imagine how I struggle. It's beautiful in there.
It is really nice.
What do you think? Yeah, that's the Abarth logo there.
And these,
Big gauge. The gauges are bigger than the car. And I love the color of the seats.
yeah, they're pretty comfy for what they are.
Yeah, for what they are. Oh, and the car.
Your knees are gonna hit these.
My knees already did hit this. The car was in China. So the car sold in 2015 in Paris, and that guy had the car repaired and then shipped to China and Japan for a rally. So that is the Chinese number plate, temporary number plate that this car had so they could drive in China. This car has been more places than most people. So there are some issues with the car. This car has a massive motor, and if you see this, this is pretty cool. So for airflow, if you see the lid, you'd say, Blake, wow, the lid isn't closed. Well, actually it is closed. And these are also for airflow here, but this is a massive gap here and a massive gap here, aerodynamics and such, mainly for heat problems. So we're gonna open this lid to the mighty beast. Gonna put this very odd looking, look at that. It's got a point on it. So this is the 750 Abarth engine. There's the tiny little radiator. This car, if you were paying attention in the video, you will know. When we bought this car, it came with chocolate milk. What we think is a blown head gasket, and we will not know for a while. I'm sure we will make a video on this at some point of us pulling it apart and seeing what actually is wrong with this car. But what we think happened is when the engine was rebuilt, I think in early 2021, there was a gentleman in Oregon that did it. So when he rebuilt the engine, what we think happened, which he's a Fiat expert, so I kind of doubt this, but things happen, people happen, we're only human. The head, when he put a new head gasket on, he put it on, torqued it down, got it hot. When you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to put the head gasket on, torque it, get it hot, then retorque it again. So we think that's what happened because the car doesn't have that many miles on its rebuild. I think it has less than 500 miles. It's overall pretty clean. It does have a few little scratches and such. We'll look up under here. It's clean underneath here. The most important thing is when you're buying a car is everything there? Yes, everything is there. So you can see that cute little baby gas tank. This car is just very small. It's something that you could literally put in the trunk of like a 59 Cadillac. It has this Chopard stickers on it, which you can tell me in the comments down below if you like this or you don't, because I'm thinking about taking these ugly things off. I think they're stupid. I do like the white things, and somebody painted them, so they're not coming off. We need to have the wiring cleaned up. I don't like that. But the fog lights look okay. So there's that. We're pretty happy with it. The gentleman that we got it for, he has not seen the car. He probably won't see it for another 30 days, but I've sent him a lot of pictures so far. He's pretty excited to see it. And another thing that I think is quite cool is this is the little Zagato badge. Well, we're gonna show you something. If Dana comes around here, put this down. If you look right down there, you'll see the double bubble. The Zagato body design. The Zagato body design, if you watched our Aston Martin Zagato video, which you should go and do that if you have not. We will come back here. This one does not have it as pronounced, but you can still see that famous Zagato double bubble, and that is a Fiat. And this is a very rare Aston Martin. So Zagato carried on that great tradition many, 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 many years into the future, many decades later. Pretty cool to see. I'm a car nerd, so seeing that stuff, obviously Zagato is a absolute legend. And you can see the modern chrome or polished looking Zagato badge, which looks just like that black Zagato badge on the Fiat. We will most likely post an update much later on when we pull that engine apart on the Fiat.
Thinks the head gasket never got tightened down right.
So that's just freestanding water here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You want the vacuum?
You're up.
Okay, so the block has been drilled out for larger bolts. The gasket was not modified to accept said larger bolts. So it pulled the gasket up, never tightened down properly, and it just never sealed.
And that's how we have a blown head gasket. Because of that.
Well, these.
Well, that, but also
Yes.
this. They worked as a unit.
Yes.
Plenty of room. My side. I very much hope you learned something about cars, and if you know something that I don't or I missed something entirely, definitely leave it down in the comments below. I'm here to learn too. I'm here to spread what we do for a living because it's very different. I like to buy them, I like to sell them, I like to curate them, I like to wash them. I don't care what we do with them. There's so many different things. Classic cars are so different, no matter if you're buying a Model A or you're buying an Aston like this or a crazy double bubble Zagato Fiat. Who ever thought about buying a Zagato Fiat? But please like, subscribe, tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and thank you very much.